Hi guys, welcome back to Miss Jojo Twin. Today I'm going to be doing a green inspired makeup tutorial, so if you want to see it, keep on watching. Right, I've already put foundation on and I've primed my lid. I've primed my lid with Too Faced glitter glue, and this is by Shadow Insurance. I've chosen this one because I am going to be using a pigment that I do find falls quite easily onto the eye. So first of all, I'm going to go into MAC's Surf the Ocean Crushed Metallic Pigment, and it's in the greenier sort of shimmery shade. I'm just going to be placing that on the inside of the eye. So just using the cap of it, so that's the pot, I'm just going to use the cap of it and go in with a flat brush and press my brush in to the colour until I've got a good amount on, and I'll just press that into the middle part of the eye. So I'm using quite a lot of patting movements because it is a crushed pigment. It goes on easier if you do press it on and dab it onto the eye than brushing it, because it usually falls a lot down in the eye, but I haven't put any concealer on so I can wipe that away later. And now I'm going to go into, this is my palette by Kat Von D, and this is Momento Mori, and I'm going to be using this green colour here, and that's going on the outer third of my eye. So again, just using the same brush, I'm going to place that where I haven't filled in. So the outer third, I'm slightly going up into the socket. And now with a fluffy brush, I'm going to blend those two colours in together so they look that little bit more seamlessly. So with any fluffy brush you've got, I'm just going to tap and blend back and forth in the middle of those colours so they look that little bit more seamless. And I'm going to keep this colour there quite strong. So just back to that brush, I'm just going to be making a sort of more circle tone just a tiny bit into my crease. So I'm keeping in around the socket, I'm not going much higher than that. So now with a big fluffy brush, a bit more bigger, I'm going to go into my Naked palette and I'm going to deposit a bit of a brown to warm up the colour so it doesn't look as blue toned. So I'm going to be using Buck and just tapping the brush in and just blending that tiny bit of brown into the crease. And in circular motions and windscreen wiper motions, I'm just going to be blending that out quite a lot. So now I'm going to add the more depth colour into it, and I'm going to be going back into that Kat Von D palette, and I'll be using this colour here. And again, I'm going to use the same brush so I don't have to wash them all. I'm just going to go into the crease where I've just put that brown, but deposit the colour closer. So again, windscreen wiper motions, just deposit a bit more of a greeny tone there. But the brown then warms that colour up so it's not so dark and not so cold in colour. So once I'm happy with that being blended, I'm going to go highlight the brow bone, and I'm going to go back into my Naked palette and I'm going to be using the colour Virgin. And with flat brush again, I'm just going to be tapping that into the brow arch. There's a fly in my room. It's middle of October and there's a fly in my room. Bizarre. And now I'm going to go underneath the eyes and I'm going to be using a little pencil brush. Again, I'm going to go into buck, just a tiny amount in my Naked palette, just sweep that on the bottom into the eye. Again, so I'm not going to be going into the darkest one, I'm going to go into that one that I've put there and just put it on the outer part of the eye, connecting up to that corner. And now on the inner part I'm going to be using that crush pigment I used right at the start. That's the one by MAC. Unfortunately that is probably discontinued because it came out during the summer this year. But use whichever colour that you like. And you can do this with any different type of colours. So you could be doing this with purple, you could be doing this with blue. But because it's winter time and the brownie and green colours are coming out a bit more prominent, I'm just inspired by that at the moment. So now that's done, I'm going to go into eyeliner, and I'm going to be using Maybelline Lasting Drama Gel Eyeliner. I find this really good actually, it doesn't dry out, and with an angled brush I'm going to dip that in, and looking down into a mirror which I've got from the Naked palette, I'm going to be looking down into that and right close to the lash line be making a flick like that. I'll be using 24/7 Glide On Pencil in 0 by Urban Decay, and just put that, and that's the eyes done. So now with my foundation brush I use, I'm just going to wipe anything that's come down, fall out from the eyeshadow. So I'm just wiping that away, and now I'm going to conceal the eyes. So with Illamasqua Rich Liquid Foundation, because it's quite a thick foundation, I find it conceals quite nicely. I'm just going to go in with my foundation brush, dot a little bit on underneath the eye, and then blend it in. Okay, and now for the cheeks, I'm going to do a tiny bit of contouring. So I'm going to go into my favourite bronzer slash contour, which is Hoola by Benefit, because it's a matte brown and doesn't give it too much sheen. So I'm just going into an angled brush and just placing that. So if you make an ooh face down that line there. So I don't want anything too strong because I've got strong eyes and I want quite natural looking cheeks. I'm going to be going in with Benefit's Georgia blusher, which is just a peachy one. This same brush again, and I'm going to concentrate this on the apples of my cheeks. So now that's done, I'm going to concentrate on my lips. I'm going to be going in with Obsessive Compulsive Liptar, and can't remember the name of the shade of this, but I'll link it in the lower bar for you. So with a lip brush, I'm going to squeeze a tiny amount on the end there, and just literally have a tiny dot and place that all on my lips. By the way, a little goes a long way with this, so be warned. Since this is quite an orangey shade, I am going to mute it out, and I'm going to be using MAC's Kissable Lip colour, and this is in Woomy. So this is my finished greeny, autumny sort of eye colour, eye look, and I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll speak to you soon. So thanks very much for watching, and